Hey, this is Braedon Flynn with the Artist Report. I've just been out at Engage, which is a really top-level conference for the wedding industry, and I stopped some people in the hallway and asked some questions, and this one is on the topic of what is the best thing you've done for your business?
So far from home where the ocean stood.
My name is Michelle Rago, and I am an international wedding planner.
My name is Brian Worley. I produce and design events in Los Angeles and everywhere, I guess.
I'm David Beahm, an event designer from New York City.
A good one at that.
And the world.
My name is Liz Banfield. I am based out of Minneapolis, and I'm a photographer.
Hi, I'm Marcy Blum. I'm an event producer, I guess, yes.
Hi, I'm Grier, and I own Beautiful Day Photography based in Los Angeles. I'm a destination travel adventure photographer.
Todd Fiscus with Todd Events in Dallas and Houston.
And the world. Basically, just within sort of what you were talking about in, I loved the part about just having to sort of strive for perfection, but actually
be happy with the attempt.
Yeah, can you talk sort of about getting to that? Like, I think as creatives, we basically struggle with that a lot. Like, can you talk about sort of getting there?
Sure. I think for me, what it is you set these goals of like everything being right, and then it's not exactly as you set out to do, but what happened is exactly what it was supposed to be. It's kind of that whole philosophy of destiny. It's no matter, but if you set your goals lower and you didn't push, I don't think you would end up anywhere near what you really wanted. But perfection doesn't mean everything went without a hitch. It just means that I had to change what it meant to me, which was a challenge, because I would leave events that were flawless, beautiful, not flawless, but beautiful and extravagant, and clients were thrilled, and I thought they were a failure because we didn't get this up, or we didn't do that, or we wrecked a van, or our employees didn't eat lunch at 12 o'clock and they didn't get it till 3 o'clock, and we ran out of bottled water, and somebody cut their hand open. I always would find a failure, and I would never allow myself to look at it and go, that's exactly what was supposed to happen, and it's beautiful. I always found something wrong. So I kind of I've been in a mind shift. A metamorphosis of that has been really big for me this year.
What do you feel like is the best thing? It could be like going back in time, best thing that you've done for your business or your brand?
At the very beginning, it was my website. You know, I've been a photographer for 16 years, and when I first started out, I built a website, and that was not actually standard back then. And that was a huge boost to my business at the beginning, and just realizing that my business was global, not local. Right from the beginning, I was shooting weddings on the East and West Coast. I'm from Minnesota, but I was shooting all over the country right from the beginning, and I think it had everything to do with the website. And that's just scaled up in 100 times in our industry right now. You know.
The best thing that I've done for my business strategically was to shift my business model to being completely fee-based. And at the time I did it, it was very groundbreaking. Now, you know, I see folks coming into the business, and I think it's becoming more of a standard to do it that way, but that changed everything for me. It was, all of a sudden my money was profitable, my business was easier, I slept beautifully at night.
Love that. In your business, what do you feel like is the best thing that you've done strategically to sort of bring you to where you are, or just even like best decision that you've made as a business?
Best decisions in this business. I think that, I'm going to be honest that, we're at Engage, but I definitely think being at Engage is one of the best things that I've ever done, just because I think that it is that crosses that line of all of these creative people. We all used to be competitors in a lot of people's eyes, and now we're colleagues. And now the people that I've met here, I can call upon if I'm doing an event somewhere else and I'm like, hey, do you know a vendor that I can use? And instead of it being like, oh, I have to do all this research, now it cuts out a lot of the research time. I get to meet a lot of really interesting people, and I am not afraid to say that like I build off of other people's creativity, and I think that this just has so much energy, and really it's just changed, it's taken everything to the next level because you get to meet really awesome people and contacts.
just in general? Like, it could be recently, or it could be like back in the day, like starting, like best decision that you've made that you feel like it's sort of set the course or like changed courses.
Yeah, my best decision was that I decided to launch a separate travel photography business and keep my wedding separate. And the second I put that out there and started marketing that, I now shoot for National Geographic catalog. Like, they spotted me from putting my work out there, and it's just opened up all these doors of exciting opportunities, like speaking engagements and travel workshops, and just like I feel like all these doors open the second I put that out there, because I was always just so hyper focused on wedding, and I didn't even think that there could be like so many other things like branching off of weddings. And I was already doing a lot of travel and destination weddings, so it like totally was intuitive and made sense, but I just never like thought about it and put my energy out there. And the second I did, it's like all these doors open up. So that, yeah.
What is the best thing that you have done for your business, sort of strategically? It could be either like back in the day, or it could be recently, that has sort of either changed the course or just like been the most impactful for your business?
You know, I don't get paid to say this, but I think Engage was one of the first big things that I did for my business. It helped put me on the map social media wise, and really showed me the strength of social media. And my first talk got tweeted about, and then it just went, and it all happened right here, and that's why I keep coming back.
I loved what you had to say today, just sort of about the idea of being so busy, where then all of a sudden you're got a flood versus a drought. What would be the best piece of advice you could give to just someone running a business that you've learned through that experience?
I think you have to stay the course, and you have to realize that the event you're working on is not going to be the be-all and end-all, because there is going to be rent and mortgage and everything else to pay 3 months from now. So you have to always keep a balance of selling and reducing.